Hello, guys. Hope you are doing well. So, today we come up with a kind of a challenging task that each and every student needs to focus onto it. That is called as a enhancing vocabulary skills. So, there are many methods that we generally focus to enhance our vocabulary skills, and out of that, you would find out one of the process that we supposed to follow is called as a uh, learning root words, right? So, what these root words are all about? Root words are nothing but the lexical form of the head words, like any of the word you take that may be drawn or derived from Greek language or Latin language. So, if we have a good knowledge of those of the words, so using with those words, we can all learn a lot of many or a lot of or many headwords uh, that can be formed through those root words. So one of the example that I would like to show you here, uh, that is known as the word called as ambi, right? So what um ambi is all about? That's called as a ambi is known for both. The meaning of ambi is called as a both, and in that case, if you talk about ambidextrous, ambivalent, ambiguity, so you can form many of the words using with the word called as ambi, right? So in that case, let's say that ambidextrous, that's something called as a person who have a means good skills on both of the hands to use, isn't it? So that's known as a ambidextrous. Even if you talk about ambiguity, so somebody who have a means a confusion thought on means one of the particular thing, like he thinks that it may be correct or it may not be correct. So it means he is in a confusing states. So, like that, we have come up with each of the root words, and we will try to determine uh, to find out the means many of the head words forming through those root words and also its meaning, right? Or their meaning, isn't it? So let's start that. We have a one of the word known as a root word acanth, 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 that refers to spines or thrones. Uh, Here you would find out 50 head words using the root word acanth along with their meanings. The first one which is given here is known as a acanthus, right? Which means relating to or resembling spines or thorns. So if you talk about acanth, acanth means or acanth refers to spines or thorns. So in that case, if you talk about acanthosus, which means called as a pertaining to or resembling spines or thorns. Pertaining means relating to or resembling spines or thorns. So similar to that, we have also another word that is known as acanthine, which means having spines or thorns, right? So the next one you would find out acanthousness, which means the quality or state of being spine. So even we have also word like acanthoid, which means resembling or having the characteristics of a spine. Acanthophorus, which means bearing spines or thorns. Acanthophor, Acanthophorigian, which means a type of fish which have or with spine fins. So Acanthophilus, adapted to live in thorny or spiny environments. So acanthophyte, a type of alga with spiny cells. Uh, Also, you would find out acanthocyte, a red blood cell with irregularly spiky projections. Acantholysis, the breakdown or dissolution of spines or thorns. Similar to that, acanthopore, a pore with spiny or thorny projections. Acanthos, having spiny or thorny characteristics. Acanthousness, the state of having spiny features. Acanthocephalan, a parasiticorm with a spiny proboscis. Acanthosi, Acanthocephalan, acanthocephalin. So that's the kind of a pronunciation you can say. So acanthocyte, again a type of blood cell with the spiny projections. Acanthopodium, which means called as a central spiny structure in certain cells. Acanthophore, an organism with the spiny or thorny structures. Acanthophyte, a type of alga with spiny cells. Acanthophilus, adapted to thrive in spiny environments. Acanthopodus, having spiny appendages or limbs. Acanthopod, an organism with the spiny appendages. Acanthocarpus, bearing fruits with the spines or thorns. Acanthocyte, a type of nerve cell. Acantho- Acantholysis, the breakdown of spiny structures in biology. Acanthoma, a tumor characterized by spiny projections. Acanthopodium, the central spiny projection in certain cells. Acanthophis, a genus of venomous snakes known as death adders. Acantholysis, the dissolution of spiny structures in biology. Acanthophil, a pigment found in plant cells. Acanthoma, a skin condition characterized by spiny growths. Acanthopetrigi, an order to fish with spiny fins. Acanthopetrigi, right? So, acanthopodia, spiny projections on certain organisms. Acanthocercnes, the quality of being spiny or thorny. Acanthocarp, a fruit with spiny or thorny coverings. Acanthocyte, a nerve cell with spiny extensions. Acanthopes, a genus of venom snakes with spines. Acanthocephalans, parasitic worms with spiny proboscis. It is also pronounced like the way acanthocephalans. Acanthocephalans. Acanthodians, an extinct group of fish with spines. Acanthopetrigian, a fish with spiny fins. Acanthophores, organisms with spiny or thorny structures. So you also find out many other words, right? Let's say that if you talk about acanthodes, an extinct genus of spiny sharks. Acantholadus, having branches with spiny projections. Acanthocyte, a cell with spiny protrusions. Acanthocephalans, orbs with spiny proboscis. Acanthophil, a pigment found in plant cells.